Yeah, what up, YouTube? It's your boy Nodazar back at you, y'all sabe. Sorry if I did a video so late. Anyway, buenas noches to all the homies and to anybody out there. But yesterday I made a video about X rated and SPM, and I just wanted to clarify something real quick. I don't care about neither of them. I did the video because people asked me, so don't take that as an apology. I'm just saying that it's not that serious to cover them, but people asked me, so I cover them. But before I even get into what I wanted to say, I'm just go ahead and drop my shout outs. But anyway, shouts out to Sick Minded Criminals. These vatos from Madera or somewhere upstate. None of my homies is the song, so I'm gonna go ahead and drop that in the description. Los Villanos Nuevo Dos Cinco. I don't have their song, but I got the link to their song, so I'm gonna go ahead and drop that. Down for My Shit, they got a song 25-8 by Pee Wee, Psych 1, and Criminal. I'm gonna go ahead and drop that in the description. And also to the homie doing the Cholo challenge, go ahead and check that shit out. It's on IG, or you can catch it on, go to my page as Zod, like I said, on FB, and you'll be able to find it, but you'll really be able to find it on IG. And shouts out to Stilo, I think it is Stilo, Into Deep, the watch from Lompoc, check their shit out. I'm gonna drop that in the description. And to King Squad, they got one called Bang, well, about the Bang Dana, and he got one called A-Rap Bang. Go ahead and check that out. I'll drop that description. I'll drop that down in the description. But anyways, I just want to get into it real quick. I'm going to try to slow it down because I do speak kind of fast at times. Mostly because I'm trying to formulate my thoughts. But look it. When it comes to the video that I created yesterday, it wasn't so much that I had anything against either of these cats. You know what I mean? For the ones that talk about paperwork and sometimes you can be, how should I say, wrongly accused. That is true. In most cases, you can be wrongly accused of a crime. There's a lot of people in prison for the same thing. Some are vindicated in the end. Some are let go because the crime was bullshit, and due to technological advances they were able to get out because they either the crime was not them because the blood was wrong, or the scene, whatever you want to put into it, it was wrong. And yeah, so on that note, there is crimes that can be vindicated and you can be let loose because the crime was not you. I'm just gonna say it like this. At the end of the day, it don't really matter. When it comes down to paperwork, if I got busted right now for rape, you think the homies are gonna, or anybody's gonna look at him and be like, well, maybe he's not guilty. Nah, that's just not gonna happen. This is realistic thinking. If you're found guilty on that crime or you're fighting that case, you're guilty until proven innocent. Especially when it's other cases like murder and all that, it's different. A sex crime, you're guilty until proven innocent. So either you maintain on the main line and take what you got coming to you, or you PC up. And either way, you're forfeiting your life. I'll tell you the moral of the story, what I tell most fools. Don't get busted for sex crimes. Don't do a sex crime. Know that in this world right now, there's going to be a lot of hyenas that look older. See, I was reading all the comments, and for the most part, people were saying like these particular clubs, they always have underage girls. Well, don't go to them. If you know the strip clubs in certain part of Texas have underage girls, why would you go there? So basically, you already know in advance that there's a strong possibility that these hyenas might be underage. See, like I said, I had nothing against SPM. SPM got busted for a sex crime. That's what put him on my radar. But let me just clarify something for the lots of their little deaf and dumb and blind or whatever want to defend his law. At the end of the day, it is paperwork. You say there's no paperwork, it's on his paperwork. He got convicted of it. People want to make the argument, well, he fought his case and he didn't take time. Well, when somebody's fighting a murder, if they know there's a good chance that they might get found guilty, you know what I'm saying? That either way, it's like a 50-50 chance of doing it, and they don't want it. They take it to the box. When there's evidence against you, just take it to the box, because if you lose, there's a chance that you can come back on an appeal. But if you take that deal, you're gonna get, unless the deal is sweet, you're gonna get stretched on it. See, in his cases, it wasn't a murder, it was a sex crime. So if he pled to something lesser than that, he still would have had a sex charge over his head, would have still marked him. Right now, it don't matter if he got 50 to 100 years, he's still a marked man. Here's what I want to tell some of you. The reason I say I don't trip on SPM is because he's from Texas. Somebody said that that's just Texas. No, it's not. There's cats in Texas that if they caught him, they would take his head off. So you can't say a whole city. Maybe where his little area or whatever, maybe there's a certain amount of people that actually believe that he's innocent and that would nothing wouldn't do nothing to him, but there's just as many people in his area that you can see in the comments that would try to probably get him if they could. It's just the way it is. A sex crime is a sex crime. It don't matter if you're guilty or not. For all them people that have been busted for multiple years for sex crime, a lot of them had to go to PC. Why? Because they were getting blasted if they didn't. So I'm just gonna say like that. I said that I won't speak on about that there's no paperwork. Well, there's paperwork on about he's found guilty of it. His ass is guilty. Until he can prove otherwise, he's guilty. But let me just clarify something. This is not to advocate violence or anything of that nature. Somebody asked me to speak of. In fact, a few people asked me to speak on this. Although don't know why. But at the end of the day, dude is a chomo, and I don't give two F's about him, and I don't think really anybody else give a F about him, because if you can't physically reach out and touch somebody, it's no use even speaking on it. Another author spoke on something about dots on the map. Yeah, there's a lot of red dots, but if you say like to the homie, if we feel so strongly about it, why won't we do something about it? Well, you can do the same. If you know there's a Chester standing on your street, why ain't you busting your grace? So don't try to put that on, anybody else. If you want to do something, you do it. Don't try to pump anybody else to do nothing. It's on you. If you don't come on here and be like, oh, if you feel strongly about it, handle your business. Look, if I saw Chester, I would handle my business. It goes without saying. That's just morals. You know what I mean? It's like I see something morally wrong with this dude, I'm going to handle my business. You know what I mean? It's not to say I'm going to go out of my way to take him off the way. I'm going to try to do something. I mean, it's just the way it is. That's just what happens when but so far I haven't ran into nobody like that, and I don't go out of my way to look for him, see? Because I'm trying to do something totally different. I'm not finna be knocking on dudes' doors and shit. This, like, be smart, dude. Like, what type of logic is that? You're mad because I pointed out something about SPM. I mean, this is paperwork. This is on this paperwork. It has nothing to do with prison ties or nothing. It's morally how you were brought up to morally know that is wrong. So that's why I spoke on the cat. You know what I mean? So, with that being said, for anybody that's on this Vato shit, go ahead and send that Vato a kite and tell him that you support him and whatever. Don't come on here talking about it because I'm just going to laugh at you. And it's not that you're not entitled to your opinion, because you are. But I'm just going to laugh at you because your shit is non-valid to me. He's a Chester, whether he's guilty or not. It's on his paperwork. That's him. Go ahead and own that. Somebody get busted for murder, people are like, yeah, that's right. He might not be guilty, but the simple fact he got murder on his shit, he's guilty until proven innocent. Only thing when it comes to child molesters and things of that nature, you're guilty, period. Soon as it's on your paperwork, until you clear that up, you're guilty. And if you ain't cleared it up, you're guilty. So, go talk to the cops and petition the courts for his shit. It don't matter about people coming later on and say I was lying. They said the same thing about Michael Jackson. Only thing, he beat his case. If he wouldn't have, he would have been a Chester. You know what I'm saying? SPM could have all the money in the world. You know what I mean? And some people adhere to that. Threats can anything. Dude, you don't know what the hell's going on behind doors unless you were actually privy to his crime. How do you know that the hyena ain't throwing shit out there because maybe somebody pushed issue on her or something? Like, you don't know what the fuck. All I'm going by is like this. He got found guilty of it. He's guilty. Plain and simple. Move on the side. Now, X-rated, yeah, 26 years or whatever. That's cool. I did almost 14. You know what I mean? You got other homies. My uncle just got out from doing 36 or 32 years. He's still solid. He didn't PC up. See, that's the thing. If you involve yourself in activities that could get you caught up, you weather the storm. You don't lock it up just because you feel a little pressure or you get rushed. You know how many times I got rushed in jail and I had to handle my business? That's just come with the territory. Now, if I could use that same argument. So just because I might have felt a little pressure and had to handle my business, does that mean that I should lock it up? Because I'm black and I'm running with Mexicanos and probably one of the worst gangs in California penitentiary, should I lock it up? No. I'm gonna handle my business. Why? Because that's just how it is. I never said that he killed that old lady, somebody's mom. That's fucked up, That's different for us. You kill somebody's mom, that's a rap for you. You know what I mean? It's just the way it is. That's just rap. Morally, that's just wrong. I'm not saying he did it. All I'm saying, what makes X-rated bad is because he PC'd up. And you get a chance to come back to the main line if you want. He chose to stay there. He chose to do his time. If you change before you PC up, you know what I mean? And not even PC up. If you change your life and then something happened and you end up in PC, you're still a PC, but at least a motherfucker can be like, okay, well, he changed his life and it just still Karma bit him on the ass. Still wouldn't fuck with you. I still wouldn't mess with you, but you got that. He was clean. They just, crossed him. Whatever. It happens all the time, but nobody can cry over it. But when people come over here and be like, he changed his life, yeah, that's cool. But he's still on social media. If you take that L, because you took that L, if you PC up, you should get out and be as quiet as possible. Moving as quiet as possible. He's out here in the media. You think people that may have had anything, somebody that lost a family in that particular case, you think, man, motherfuckers be hot at that shit. He don't got to worry about me. I'm not tripping off that dude. Even though I heard that he was in my comments, I'm not tripping off that dude. In order to even get at me, you have to come down south. And this is the spot that dude you don't want to be at all. Shit, you can barely be up north. And we know, but that's your beef. I'm not tripping off X-rated his beef. I'm about myself and my homies and anybody that's trying to do something. If you ain't talking about Fortune 500 companies, yearly dividends, monthly dividends, daily dividends, spiders, real estate, anything that can really benefit me, if you ain't talking about music, any type of positivity, anything about bridging gaps or me being able to go to another city and be cool without the drama, we got nothing to talk about. So on here advocating for X-rated and saying that he changed, and some of you never gangbanged in your life, so you don't know what it is. It ain't about speaking on black politics or Mexicano politics or northern politics. It's just this is just a thing that goes saying, if you PC up in prison, you are no good. It don't matter how you cut it, you're just no good. For the people that are mad at that, if you never participate in any gangbanging activities, you ain't a gangbanger, you're on the outside looking in, then if you're frustrated by it, you should have nothing to speak about. I'm not worried about a dude in China telling me about what goes on with X-rated and his business. You don't know the code of nothing. You know what I mean? Get a clue and then come on here and then make a proper, you can do your statement, but be able to back it up. Dude PC'd up, he is no good, plain and simple. I'm not worried about him. He's not my homeboy, so what's the use? It ain't even about being at a point in stage where you're not even gangbang. This is not being institutionalized. This is just, it goes without saying. If somebody does a certain crime and they get busted for it, they're paying for it until they get out. And if you can circumvent the system, then you can do it. I'm not mad either way. I'm just saying, if the bed you make, you gotta lie in it. He PC'd up. Now everybody looks at him like he's trash. And for the people that don't, they're just, I can't say nothing about their character. That's just them. And this is not even a video ranting. Like I said, I like to give people a chance to come back and say something so I can respond back to them. I'm not feeling frustrated or pressured by any of this. At the end of the day, like I said, you're all entitled to your opinion. This is just my opinion. This is somebody that's actually did time in the penitentiary and knows what it is when you PC up. You think if I did it, my homies would look at me? All I'm saying like this, just to cut all that trash to the side, because I wanted to talk about something a lot better besides these dudes and his frustration and your frustration towards me talking about SPM or X-rated. I'm a black homie. I did my times on 180s, level 3s, level 4s, and stay solid. Went to the hole, handled my business multiple times. Why am I still good? And why isn't he? If he's supposed to be a killer and all this other stuff, and he's supposed to be a stand-up solid guy, why is he PC'd up? Why he PC up? Why I didn't PC up? It's so racial in California, you say, and for Southerners, why not PC up? Why am I still good? Why if we still talking about you're dead and I'm still not dead? Like, what is that? It's because, just for the people that want to support him, cool. X-rated, whoever you are, you know what I mean? I don't care about your caso. I don't care about nothing you got going. If you want to rap and be all out in the media knowing that you were no good in the penitentiary, that's you, dog. You're not a Floridian, you're not a Southerner, you have nothing to do with me. You're entitled to yours, you know what I mean? But for the lots that have been staying solid, to all my Damus, and all my Keyways, and all the homies that stay solid, it's kudos. Stay solid, and if you don't want to do it no more, when you get out, then change your life. You know what I mean? Or if you turn Christian or something like that. But don't PC up and then like, oh, I changed my life and I want to speak to the youth. A PC could never speak for nothing because you went out backwards. That's backwards. That's trash. So you can't speak for the youth. You went out backwards. I would never, if I was a youngster and I knew something about the game, I would never be able to listen to you knowing that you're a PC. Like I said, there's nothing against you. It's just, if if you repping, you repping. Don't PC up. You know what I mean? No matter what adversity. I faced it all. Black, Southerner, faced it all. You know what I'm saying? And still weather, still got haters. But at the end of the day, you enjoy your night. My name is Neil Tazad, and you too can be redeemed. Just buy a couple of times a day, ya sabes. And to the person I give the shout out to, hey, saludos, and hopefully you vatos enjoy this video, and I will be on something more constructive maybe tomorrow. And everybody enjoy their night, and I'm out.